lost our loved ones and we survived. So this is a really good opportunity to see people face to face, and also seeing people in these kind of settings where communities, people are divided, and this kind of events gives us the opportunity to come together, to share, to celebrate, and to make friendship, building bridges between cultures.
Mr. Frasia MD, member of our out-of-town guests, member of our community here in Burnley, young boys and girls who joined us tonight.
First of all, I'd like to welcome everybody, Mayor, Mayoress, Afrasia, Councillor Shah, friends, family, and obviously the most important people, which is the community members. I come from a background where about 20 years ago I started working in the arts, and I've been passionate about the arts, especially about Bengali arts, about my heritage, about tradition, and most of the people here that might consider themselves to be older members of the community are actually my mentors. These are the people that kind of guided me when I was young. So going into the arts, the kind of work that we do with young people in schools, working with community members within the community as well, but not just in East Lancashire, but across the country and also internationally as well. I think my role here today is to kind of give you guys an idea of who this organisation is, and not only who they are, why is it necessary? I think that's one of the key questions that we're trying to address through the work that we're actually doing as well. Brishti Arts Foundation, like Sadarbai just said, it started possibly, I think, maybe 3, maybe 4 years ago. And the reason why it started was when we sat down to have a discussion, we realized that these musical events or cultural events, they happen up and down the country. The point of what we're trying to in this room, wanting to enjoy music again. So thank you so much for coming. I'll pass it back on to Opobai and my sister-in-law. Yeah, so Opobai, if I pass it back on to you, hopefully we'll progress from here. Thank you so much.
And can I just say that the Mayoress and I are absolutely delighted to be here tonight. And I think the introductions that you've done about Brishti were absolutely essential for people like me, who this is the first introduction to Bengali culture, South Asian culture. So the introductions you've done was very enlightening for me, and I really do thank you for that. I will say to
Find what we call in society. But through Brishti Arts Foundation, the idea is how do we mobilize the community by using arts to actually do it. That's the key focus. A lot of the times we see, we go and attend different events, and a lot of the times, and I won't hold back to kind of say this, it shouldn't just be a tick box exercise, and that's not what we're trying to do. It needs to be sustained, it needs to be ingrained within all societies, and culture and tradition is absolutely vital to everybody, heritages as well. So Brishti Arts Foundation decided that we're going to look at certain different elements of our culture, of tradition, of language, all of these types of things, and see how we can actually communicate with community members so that we can present this beautiful culture to everybody, not just here in Burnley or in East Lancashire, but across the country and then also internationally as well. So Brishti Arts Foundation has been set up, and we've got some big plans, and those plans are already kind of happening right now. We deliver a festival once a year in the name of Hassan Raja, which you see over here. If you go up and down the country, here in the Bangladeshi community, everybody recognizes who Hassan Raja is. If you go internationally, he's also recognized as well. People sing his songs everywhere. He was a philosopher, he was a mystic, he was a writer, he was a landlord, he was a cruel man, but he was a friendly man as well. So he had so many different things about his life. And what we're trying to do is look at his work, how do we preserve it, how do we promote it, and how do we propagate that, those musical styles to different people, because what they've wrote within their literature, their poetry, their songs, is absolutely amazing. And everyone's going to get a copy of this book today when they go. We'd love it that you read it, that you try and practice it, promote it to other people as well. And if anybody that you know might benefit from it, by all means let us know, and we'd be more than happy to kind of push this book into other areas so that people can take it. But when we're talking about this particular book today, a lot of the time people think, okay, a book is just there to read. But this book that we've created is actually From what we've understood, no one's actually done this type of work before with Bengali folk music. What we've actually done is we've gone away, really looked into the songs that were written by people who lived over 100 years ago. Some of the songs within this book is all, they're over 150 years old. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to bring this back out now. But one of the special things that we've done with a colleague of mine who's also my mentor and my friend as well, Chris, who will be speaking shortly, is we've actually transcribed the melody. We've actually taken the melody and brought them out into Western sheet music, so that anybody in the world who can read music can now play these particular pieces of music. The organizations that we're working with are organizations such as the British Council. We're in the process of developing ideas with them. We're actually working quite closely with SOAS University down in London as well. They've promised us that we've promised them that we're going to go and launch this book down at their university. And in response to that, they will induct that book into their international archive. So anybody, anywhere in the world, should be able to access this book and the content within it. But one of the things that we're going to be doing as well, between myself, we've got Chris, a colleague of mine and a friend of mine, Matthew, is here as well. What we're wanting to do is take this book into the local schools as well, work with GCSE students, work with A-level students. We want to create a symphony band that then goes and tours up and down the country. So to giving young people from Burnley the opportunity to be part of something that is national, but also planning to take it internationally as well. I think Brishti Arts Foundation is a brilliant platform. There's going to be other people that we're going to be working with, and it's not just music. We want to look at creative writing, we want to look at theatre, we want to look at music. All of these different platforms is experience what we have within our background. Within our organization, we have amazing writers like Hassan, like Ilyas, these